Hi guys, welcome to my fourth lesson. So in this lesson we'll be looking at piano scale. Okay, I believe strongly that since we're able to identify the keys on the piano, it is high time we start scale playing. So like I've said before, that any instrument you want to pick up, the first thing you need to do is that you need to understand the way if there's buttons or keys, you need to understand how it works. Just dance around it. So in the case of the piano, we're able to identify the piano keys. Now the next stage is for us to understand how we can play the scale. So the next question is, what is a scale? What is a scale? What I just did now, I just played the scale of C. And how is that the scale of C? I started from C. So the question is, what is a scale? A scale is a series of musical notes that are played in succession. Now this statement or this meaning would have made a full sense to anyone if the word series or succession is not there. Okay, that's not quite hard. Let us break this down. What is series? Series simply means a number of events, objects, or people of a similar or related kind. Take note of that. Object, event, or people of similar or related kind coming one after the other. Mark that. That's the meaning of a series. Then the next one is succession. It means a number of people or things of similar kind following one another. I don't know if you check the similarity between these two words. They are very similar. If you look at the end point, it said kind following one another. That's for the subsection. Then the series, he said coming one after the other. Let's bring this meaning to music level. What we've just done before is just the general meaning, probably the English meaning. So let's look at what this is. Series, it means a number of notes. Now you can see now I've replaced event, object, or people to become what? Number of notes of similar kind or related. That is, they are similar and they are related, coming one after the other. You can see now, which means this person will come, then another one will come, another one will come, another one. In terms of note, we'll play this note, another note will come, another note will come, another note will come. They are similar kind. Now in the aspect of the piano, the only thing that changes within them is the pitch. They are similar kind. Okay, then let's go to succession. It means a number of notes of similar kind following one another. You see, back to the piano, it means that we have a particular note. Let's take it from here. Another note follows. They are both similar. Another one follows. This note moving like that, so to the end, to where we have this. I'm going to explain why we are stopping here, because some of you are like, why is it that we do not continue? Why do I need to stop here? You are going to see that by the time we start playing the scale fully. So for example, if I pick C, the key C, I play the next similar note, I play the next one, 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 I play the next one. They keep following one another. If they don't follow one another, see, it will form something else. Though it's very nice, but they need to follow one another. And that is why you see whenever you're playing scale, you keep moving to the right or you keep moving to the left, one after the others. Alright, good. Since we've taken that off our way, I want you to know that there are different types of scales. For example, we have the pentatonic scales, we have the blues scales, we have the major scale, we have we even have modes, which I'm going to still explain in my upcoming videos. We even have modes we're going to look about. But for today's tutorial, we'll be looking at the major scale, because this tutorial is for absolute beginner. What is a major scale? Now, I want you to be patient with me, because the way I do my kind of teaching is that I like to break things down one after the other, so that I will not say a word you don't understand the meaning. That is the reason why you see me taking my time to explain in details what this means before I just play. I won't just start playing like that. So I need to explain what this word means so that you can have clarity on these words. Okay, so let's dive in back. So what is a major scale? The major scale is a 7-note scale that consists of a series of whole steps and half steps. I'll repeat again. The major scale is a 7-note scale that consists of a series of whole steps and half steps. I hope you don't have any problem remembering the meaning of what series means. You see, now we now bring it to that's why I need to explain it before. Now, before I dive deeper, you should also be aware that this major scale we are looking at is also called a diatonic scale. In music theory, a diatonic scale is any heptatonic scale that includes 5 whole steps, whole tone, and 2 half steps, semitone. I believe we do not have any problem with whole tones and semitones again. So if you don't know that, kindly go back to my other videos under key identification 2 to check out that before you continue with this video. Now, if we look at the meaning of diatonic scale, it has given us a kind of idea about how we can construct a major scale. So, which means for us to construct a major scale, we need 5 whole steps. And what? 2 half steps. Look at the whole step again. So we're going to do whole step from F is G, whole step from G is A, then a half step from A is B flat or A sharp, then from my A sharp, a whole step is C, from C a whole step is D, and from D a whole step is what? E. Then from my E, half step is F, and back to the beginning. So the half steps will come in after the 2 whole steps. 1, 2, half step, 1, 2, 3, half step. That is what you need to do. And if I should play it one after the other, you see that? Did you see that? Whole step from F. I start with F. Whole step from F is G. Whole step from G is A. Half step from A is A sharp or B flat. Then whole step, remember remaining 3. Whole step from A sharp is C. Whole step from C is D. Whole step from D is E. Then half step from E is F. You see, that is how you can construct or get the diatonic scale, which is also called the major scale. So with the definition of the diatonic scale, it has given us the formula we can use to construct or to get the scale of the major scale of any key on the piano. I can try it. Let me try it on D. Remember, 5 whole steps, which means we're going to have whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So whole step from D is E. You write it down. Whole step from E is F sharp. You write it down. Half step from F sharp is G. You write it down. Whole step from G is A. You write it down. Whole step from A is B. You write it down. Then whole step from B is C sharp. You write it down. Then half step from C sharp is D. Once you write this down, play each letter one after the other. You find out that you are correct. You see that? So let's do it again. The first one is what? D, the starting point. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. if you listen to what I did, the number of whole step altogether is 5. Then with 2 half steps, it makes it 7, and that is where heptatonic comes in. Let's try it on a very strange key that is not too obvious. Let's try it on the key of what? E flat. I'll be very quick. This is my starting point. O step from E flat, 1, 1, 2, F. You see it on my screen. O step from F, 1, 2. That is G. Good. Half step from G. Always follow the formula on the book or on my screen if you've not written it down. So half step from G is what? A flat or G sharp. Good. Now the next is O step. O step from what? A sharp is what? 1, 2. B flat or A sharp. I mean O step from G sharp or A flat is going to be what? A sharp or B flat. Then O step from B flat or A sharp is going to be 1, 2. Going to be C. Then O step from C, 1, 2. Did you see that? It's going to be D, and half step from D is going to be what? E flat. And if you play them together, E flat or D sharp, F, G, my half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, and half step. So follow the letters which you've written, or you can follow the one on my screen. In case you are trying your own, I would advise you follow the letter. Follow it the way you've written it on the book, and just use one of your finger. Just one of your finger is enough for now. Later in our next course, I'm going to teach you the right finger to use to play your scale. Look at it again. My starting point. This time around, I'll restrict myself using sharp for now. So I'll restrict myself using sharp. D sharp on my screen is what? F. So at the beginning, you can decide to just restrict yourself to these black keys or enharmonic keys. You can try to restrict yourself to say sharp, or you can say flat, so that it won't be too much on you. Do you understand? So let's try it again. D sharp is my starting point. O step, 1, 2. F. O step, 1, 2. G. Half step. O step, 1, 2. O step, 1, 2. O step, 1, 2. Then half step. Now play it together. If it sounds different, it means you've messed up the rules which I've said earlier.